Thank you so much for joining us on our YouTube channel, Njogu and Associate Advocates. My name is Modwani Njogu. I'm the managing partner of Njogu and Associate Advocates. And today's session, well, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my colleague, Janet, and she will introduce herself.
My name is Janet Kanyi. I am an associate at Njogu and Associate Advocates. Welcome to our channel once more.
Thank you so much, Janet. So today we want to talk about one of the particular issues that bedevil a business, and it's something that we cannot run away from: taxes. Well, they say that taxes and death are definitely certain, so we cannot run away from it. So if death happens before, well, the taxes will follow, or vice versa. Whichever happens at the end of it all, they will all come to pass. So taxes is a very dynamic area. 1 minute, the government has decided this is the tax, and the next minute, then we have something else. I think just to take you back, viewers, to what we were dealing with during the pandemic. In the pandemic, we had something like, we're going to reduce the taxes in terms of corporate tax. We're going to reduce in terms of pay as you earn. So today's session is just to understand what is this that the government was talking about? And as me, as a business person, does it affect me? So Janet, when we talk about taxes, I think we're looking at almost two broad categories. So we have business taxes, and we have also, I think, employment taxes, and of course a couple of other taxes. So just to kick off this discussion, what are these business taxes that me, as a business owner, I'm supposed to be looking out for?
When we talk about taxes, I would want to think about income tax, corporate tax, VAT, and pay as you earn.
Pay as you earn. So just to try and expound on what you said, I think for our viewers, it is just critical to know that if you have a corporate, you'll be dealing with, 30% tax. The pandemic had brought sort of, a cushion whereby the government had decided, to give organizations like a break of about 5%. So it was about 25%. If you're doing your returns in the year, 2020, there was that advantage. But then now that reverted back, because at the end of it all, the government needs money, and government expenditure comes from me and you as a business or as an individual. So just to go back again and talk about, pay as you earn. Or is it pay as you go?
It's pay as you earn.
It's pay as you earn. So again, you also need to pay your pay as you earn when you're in employment. And so I'm talking this from a general perspective of a business. So if you're in a business, we're talking about, there's a corporate tax, and you also have employees. So you also be paying their pay as you earn. So in your business, you're the business owner. You're also an investor in this organization, and you're also an employee. Please make sure you pay yourself a salary, please, because you also pay the government pay as you earn. So I think, Janet, if you have finalized on the business, then what other taxes are there? I had something about a digital tax. What is that?
It is very new, and there's an uproar about this tax actually, because so many people were transacting online, and there was nothing to that income that was going to the government. Yes. And so now the government has introduced digital tax, that anybody who transacts on the interwebs, on the internet, there is this tax that you're being charged at the end of 20th of every month. This is 1.5 of your gross income. So whatever transactions that you have done online, there is this 1.5 you're supposed to remit to the government. And it has brought an uproar. People have complained. But then again, as you say, the government has to make money. The
money.
government has to make money. And I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing because now we are going digital. And especially during this time of the pandemic, we have seen a lot of people. I'm sure maybe even you've started some online business somewhere.
Of course, Janet. And this is not a marketing gimmick. Yes, I do
not.
sell clothes and shoes online, but
Yes, I also bake.
I needed to
have-
increase, I think at the end of it all, I increased, what I give to the government. So it's a good thing. It's a
Yeah,
good
so
thing, Janet.
we are looking at a shift into the digital world. And so it is important to actually regulate. It is important for the government to actually get revenue. And so the digital tax is actually very much necessary.
Yes,
It is very much necessary.
And I think it also stems from a fact that a lot of times we'd get to understand that the government is only getting, revenue, I think pay as you earn, from a very small percentage of the Kenyan population. So I think this is just a way of the government trying to net as many people, to contribute towards its expenditure. The government must run, right?
Government must run. It must
Government
run.
must run. So I think having concluded on that, I think there are also a couple of other taxes. I think I'll just go through them very fast. It's because it all depends, again, if they also affect you. So we would have advance tax. Advance tax is normally paid for the public service vehicles. It's a tax that the government does that if you're buying, if you're selling, if you're transferring. So it also gets to that. And then we also have the capital gains tax. So if I'm transferring property and I get a gain from that, again, the government will get something out of it. I think in a nutshell, we've covered taxes.
We have covered taxes, but
Yes.
one very important that every citizen has come across,
Yes,
the value-added tax.
the value added.
The 16% on your receipts from the supermarket.
I know I buy bread, there is a percentage.
Yeah, there is the value-added tax.
Yes.
That value-added tax, sometimes we don't actually know that we are being charged.
Yes.
It is automatically deducted from the transactions that we make.
All right.
Yes.
Do professionals also have to pay, if I'm asking for a professional service, do also have to pay VAT?
Yeah, you will also have to pay. When I am charging my clients for a conveyance, I also have to include VAT there because at some point I shall have to pay taxes for my income. Yes.
So I think, and just to add on to what Janet has said, when we think about VAT, a lot of times organizations are going to be registered for VAT with KRA if, they make 5 million shillings per year or per annum. So that's when they'll be registered for VAT. So a lot of times you'll find other taxes that are probably the minimum tax. But Janet, there was another tax that I think had been introduced. I think the minimum tax.
The minimum tax.
Isn't it?
Which is still in the kitchen, as I would say.
Yes.
So we are still waiting for
So
directions.
that one had, if I recall correctly, that one had a court pending order.
It was pending in court.
So it was
actually.
pending in
Yes.
court.
Yes.
We will not get into the details of the court case, but I think it was a court that was, the judgment was made in Machakos by a particular judge.
Yes.
So, but that has been halted, but that was also another proposal from, the Kenya Revenue Authority. And of course, all these taxes are anchored under the income tax, the VAT tax, and of course the Finance Act, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think we have concluded on taxes, Janet.
We have.
Last word to our viewers?
It is very important for you to pay your taxes, actually. You can evade, you can avoid. So it is for you to find out which one is not illegal. But I would say it is important that you know tax evasion is actually legal.
It's legal.
Well, not tax avoidance. Tax avoidance is legal, but tax evasion
Is illegal.
will get you into problems. Pay your taxes.
So
Pay your taxes.
if you have money that you need to pay taxes, please do not go and use that money for other issues because you're a business and you need to be in compliance with the law. If you want to do business in this country, you want to do a regular business in this country, you need to comply with the regulations and the laws that touch on tax. As we said, they are certain, just like that. So it's very important that you comply.
that is it from us on taxes. I know this information might not be as exhaustive as you would want, and that is why we are asking you to kindly subscribe to our channel for more of these. You can like, you can comment, and you can share, and hope to see you next time when we are doing our other legal basics. Thank you very much.